I'm currently pregnant for my cousin's husband, and she's like a sister to me. Story time. Why you judge me? Hold on. I have a cousin sister that is like a biological sister to me. She's way older than I am. She has 2 kids, and anytime I go to visit her, I always leave her house the same day. At some point, I did not communicate with my sister for a long period of time because I went to school. So on one fateful day, I was coming back from school. I was actually very hungry, so I branched the restaurant to get food. Also, I met a man who said, "Good afternoon, beautiful." In my mind, I was like, who is this one again? He offered to pay my bills, and that was how we exchanged contact. From that day onward, this man would start calling me, texting me every day, and I was not even really giving him attention because he was older, I could tell, and I was not in the mood for all that back and forth with an older person. At one point, this man realized that I was not picking calls with his number, so he started to use another number to call me. And when he called me on this particular day, I was not in a very good mood, and he sensed it from my voice. He asked me what was wrong, and I told him that, oh, my rent was due because my landlord had given me an eviction notice. I have a roommate that was splitting the rent together. I paid 200, she pays 200, so it's a total of 400,000 naira. When I told this man about the problem, he asked me how much I needed. I told him 200,000 naira, and he was like, oh, he doesn't really have a lot of money right now, but I should send my account details, which I sent to him. And before I knew it, I got a credit alert of 500,000 naira. That was the beginning of everything. After he sent me this money, I had to text him and be like, are you sure you sent 500,000 naira to me, or you made a mistake? He was like, yes. Now that he knows what he says, he just wants me to be able to cover a lot of miscellaneous after paying rent, like transport, feeding, and all. After that time, I started giving him attention. He would send me money and gifts randomly, and that was it. Particular day, he invited me over to Lagos from Ilorin, and I was, hesitant. He paid for my flight. I just went, because his gesture was very nice. When I got to Lagos, this man took me to a serviced apartment, and I asked him, why are you not taking me to your house? Do you have a family in your house? And he was like, actually, he has a family, but his family is not in Nigeria. I had no reason to doubt him because he was none of my business. So I stayed 3 days in that man's house. He did not even request for sex, and he treated me like a queen all along. He took me shopping, bought me clothes, bought me hair, gave me money. After my stay in his place, I went back to school. We started communicating more. I was falling in love with this man. 3 months after, he invited me back to Lagos, which I came, and this was the time we finally had sex, and we used the condom, and this man treated me like a queen. Make me understand why a grown man would tell you he has a family, but his family is not in the country, and you would say you don't have a business with that, as long as his family is not here, but you are aware he has a family. A lot of you women have values issues. You don't have any value whatsoever, no standards, nothing. You're just existing. That's why I wrote a book titled Becoming That Girl that will help you work on your self-esteem, raise your standards, boost your self-confidence, help you realize your values and self-worth, help you identify your deal breakers, teach you how to emotionally detach from unfavorable relationships, help you become that girl that you want to be. And it's just 7,000 naira. The link to purchase is in my bio. You can buy from any part of the world. Just click the link in my bio and go and buy. This year, you women have to have standards and values by force. After me and this man started to get sexually involved, he told me that he wanted me to start staying alone in school so that he can get an apartment for me, furnish it, and then he can always come over whenever he wants, which was what he did. He sent me 1.5 million naira to get that done. He would come around to my school. He would spend 2 weeks or a week with me. We would have sex without protection, because at this point I was already getting so comfortable with him. You were getting comfortable with a married man and you were sleeping with him without protection. Okay, that was how I got pregnant for this man, and I told him that I was pregnant. He said I should keep it, that I wanted to see my family. I told him that I was going to abort it because I was not ready to be a mother. So one particular day, I decided to come to Lagos to visit my parents, and on my way I said, let me branch to see my auntie, my favorite cousin. And she was like, Aburumi, you've always said you've not met my husband, because I've actually not met a husband before. My husband is currently around, so if you're coming around, you're going to meet him today. I got to my cousin's house, I knocked on the door, and guess who opened the door? My boyfriend, my sugar daddy, happens to be my cousin's husband. I saw this man, I was like, what are you doing here? And he said, don't say anything. So I entered the house, I greeted my auntie, I greeted the nieces and the nephews, and I was completely uncomfortable. This man was not surprised to see you. This man knows you. Then this man texted me on WhatsApp immediately that do not say anything. I will explain everything to you later. What is there to explain? The fact that your family is not abroad like you claim they were, or the fact that your family is actually my family. Thankfully, I had not told my parents anything about the pregnancy, because that was what I was going home to tell my parents about. This man said I should not abort. He wants to meet my family. So I wanted to go and tell my family, a man is here that wants to take care of me. He has gotten me pregnant. Let's do mommy more. Right there and then I texted him that I want to get the pregnancy removed, and then he sent me money to go and remove it. But when I got to the hospital, they told me that I could not remove it because of my hormones, and that if I forcefully terminate that pregnancy, it had possibility of ruining my womb. Right now I need advice. I don't know what to do. I don't want to ruin my sister's marriage. At the same time, this man is promising me that if I keep the pregnancy, I'm going to go and birth the child in Canada. He said after my exams he will send me abroad, I'll continue my education, and I would also be able to take care of the child while it comes to visit me once in a while. I have been having sleepless nights. I don't know what to do. Whatever the situation might be, I cannot abort the pregnancy because I don't want my womb destroyed. At the same time, I don't know if I should tell my sister or not. I've been having sleepless nights. Should I tell my sister or should I go abroad? Please advise me in the comment section. And to share your stories with me, send an email to me at talktoperona@gmail.com.